How do you see Americans drowning in credit card debt affecting real estate? Steve, start us off.
You know, this question sounds familiar. I think Chris and Leon might have brought it up a couple of episodes back. But you know, as far as affecting real estate, I don't really foresee it affecting real estate that much. As far as I understand, debt to income ratios, they use the minimum payment for calculations, and because they're using the minimum payment for calculations, I mean, $100 that's going to affect you maybe $15,000 on what you can purchase, right? So, I think at the end of the day, people, if they need a place to live, when they need a place to live, they're going to find a place to live. I don't really see this putting too much downward pressure on real estate. I'm more concerned about question number 5 affecting real estate than this one.
Ooh, precursor. I like it. I like it. All right, Eric, we know that you have no opinion on this one, so go ahead and lay it on us.
Your hole's getting deeper and deeper, dude. I think it's we can all speculate and try and guess at how this could potentially affect real estate. I mean, the right way to approach it is how has it historically affected real estate, right? Like there should be a pattern. There's some type of trend that once Americans reach a certain amount of credit card debt, and I think the one thing we're not talking about is maybe income, right? Like it all has to be taken into context. Your debt in comparison to the amount of money you make is the real testament, right? You could have $200,000 worth of debt. If you make $2 million a year, it's a minuscule amount of debt. So I think the proper thing to do before we make any assumptions about this or any other type of economic trend is go back and look at historically how that particular piece of information has impacted real estate. And you can probably rely on the future being in part a lot like what we've seen in the past.
So that's a vote for history will repeat itself. Got it. Leon, what you got?
I think we discussed this a couple weeks ago that short term, I don't necessarily seeing it affecting us currently. Interest rates obviously affected this market just not even a year ago now, but almost a year ago is where we saw the biggest impact overnight. But I think from a short-term perspective, I don't think we're seeing this. If you look at delinquencies and credit card debt, they're both up post-COVID, and they have both gone down during COVID. To Eric's point, it's hard for us to speculate this, but I think from a long-term, if I'm a landlord, I'm someone that's selling, that mid-tier property, something that's above affordable, below luxury, then I'm looking at the tea leaves and the potential trickle down of credit scores and things along those lines that would affect me as a landlord and or a home builder or someone that is fixing and flipping straight to retail. So I think from a long-term perspective, there is some potential trickle down from this.
Perfect. Right under there. All right, CJ, what you got for us?
Yeah, I think it has, I don't want to say really significant potential long-term impact, but I definitely think there's some there just in terms of people's totality in terms of their credit, right? When we get into an environment where employment starts to rise, where we see where job losses start to occur in terms of layoffs and things of that nature, I think it really becomes a squeeze on people's, I think Eric or Steve said it, their debt to income when it comes to sustainability not to buy a home, but once they're already in a home, in order to maintain the property in terms of, their mortgage payment, things of that nature. So I think it could have some impact. I don't think we've seen it yet. Excuse me. I don't know that we'll see it either in the immediate future, but I do think it's something to keep an eye on and have some awareness around for sure.